The year is 1513, but the knowledge it holds is thousands of years older. In the dimly lit study of Admiral Piri Reis, a map is stitched together from fragments of antiquity, remnants of the Great Library of Alexandria, and charts from the dawn of time. The world of the 16th century was one of terror and discovery, where the edges of the horizon were believed to be guarded by monsters and the abyss. Yet as the ink dried on this gazelle-skin parchment, it revealed a truth that should have been impossible. It depicted a world already conquered, already measured, and already known. While the rest of humanity struggled to navigate by the stars and primitive compasses, this map whispered of a time when the oceans were not barriers, but highways. The tension is palpable. If this map is accurate, then everything we believe about our primitive ancestors is a carefully constructed illusion. Asterisk, asterisk. Paragraph 2. Origins of the hero. Leader, asterisk, asterisk. The true hero of this story is not a person, but an idea, the ancient master map. Its origins lie in the shadows of the Neolithic era. Born from a nameless, seafaring civilization that existed before the rise of Egypt or Sumer. These were people born from the struggle of the post-glacial world, forced to adapt as the seas rose and their coastal homes vanished beneath the waves. From this hardship, they forged a supreme ambition to map the entire globe before it was lost forever. Understanding spherical geometry and celestial mechanics long before the first pyramid was ever conceived, they were the silent architects of human geography, driven by a desperate need to preserve the layout of a world that was rapidly changing under their feet. Asterisk, asterisk, paragraph 3. Early challenges and first triumphs, asterisk, asterisk. The first triumphs were won not with swords, but with mathematics. These ancient voyagers faced the fury of the Atlantic and the vastness of the Pacific without the tools of modern man, yet they achieved the impossible. They mastered the calculation of longitude, a feat that would take modern science another 2 millennia to replicate. Their early victories were marked by the mapping of the impossible coastlines. They traced the contours of the Americas with terrifying precision, centuries before Columbus was even a thought. Their reputation grew not among men, but through the enduring legacy of their charts, passed down through secret lineages of sailors and kings. Hidden away in the vaults of ancient empires like sacred relics of a forgotten god. Asterisk, asterisk, paragraph 4. Rise to power, asterisk, asterisk. As these maps were consolidated, they became the ultimate instruments of power. To own the map was to own the world. In the hands of the great navigators, these charts allowed for the consolidation of global trade routes that spanned from the Mediterranean to the furthest reaches of the Southern Ocean. This was a military and political genius on a planetary scale. They didn't just conquer lands, they conquered the concept of distance itself. Their strategic victories were silent and absolute, establishing a network of influence that integrated the copper mines of the West with the spice routes of the East. Loyalty was not demanded by force, but commanded by the sheer, undeniable brilliance of their understanding of the Earth's true shape and size. Asterisk, asterisk, paragraph 5, peak of power, asterisk, asterisk, at its height. This global maritime empire was a marvel of organization. Governance was dictated by the rhythm of the tides and the precision of the charts. The economy was a vast, interconnected web of resources, moving seamlessly across oceans that were supposed to be impassable. Culture flourished as ideas flowed as freely as the currents, integrating the wisdom of conquered peoples into a singular, advanced worldview. This was the era of the Golden Map, a time when humanity was a singular global entity. Their military organization was not for war, but for the protection of the roots. Their brilliance was reflected in the silent standing stones and megaliths that served as geodetic markers, proving they knew the exact circumference of the Earth to within a few miles. Paragraph 6. Crisis and conflict. But the height of power is often the precursor to a fall. The crisis came not from an enemy, but from the Earth itself. Cataclysmic shifts, rebellions of the crust, and the sudden melting of ice began to reshape the coastlines they had so meticulously mapped. Major ports were swallowed by the rising tide. Entire civilizations were erased overnight. Internal betrayals followed as the secret knowledge of the maps became a weapon of the elite. Wars broke out over the remaining true charts as the world descended into a dark age of amnesia. The dramatic tension reached a breaking point as the survivors fled to the mountains, clutching the fading parchments of a world that no longer existed, as the screams of the dying were drowned by the roar of the sea. Asterisk, asterisk, paragraph 7, decline. Transformation or death, asterisk, the decline was total. The empire of the mapmakers vanished, leaving only fragments of their genius behind. These fragments were copied and recopied, losing detail and accuracy with each passing century. The death of this global civilization led to a fractured world, where people lived in isolation, terrified of the very oceans they once ruled. The historical fallout was the birth of the primitive myth idea that we started from nothing. The transformation was complete. The masters of the world became the ghosts of legend. Their legacy was buried under miles of Antarctic ice and hidden within the distorted copies of maps like the Piri Reis shows the Antarctic coast as it appeared before the ice, a silent testament to a world that died 12,000 years ago. Asterisk, asterisk, paragraph 8, legacy and reflection, asterisk, asterisk, today. The Piri Reis map and its counterparts stand as a mirror to our own arrogance. They challenge the very foundation of our history, suggesting that we are not the first to achieve greatness, but perhaps only the most recent to rediscover it. The long-term impact is a philosophical earthquake. If they were here before us and disappeared, what does that say about our own destiny? We look at these 2,000-year-old echoes of an even older world and realize that history is not a straight line, but a circle. We are connected to these ancient mappers by the same ambition and the same fear of the unknown as we launch satellites to map the stars. We are merely continuing the journey they began in the shadows of the ice. Age searching for our place in a world that has already been discovered,